Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Zafan Danish and I will present practical best exercise karate essential. This is our team member. My name is Muhammad Zafan Danish bin Ahmad Zarani and my number card matrix is 17 DDT 22F 1059. Okay, for the first part, I will present for the part 1. Build the network and configure basic device settings. Step 1, cable the network as shown in the topology. As the picture we put in the slide, we build the topology same as the question need. Okay, after that, step 2, configure basic setting for each router. We configure for each routers. We configure their host name, R1 for router 1 and R2 for router 2. We put no IP domain lookup, enable secret class, then console 0. And then we put password Cisco, login exit. After that, we put line VTY04, password Cisco, login exit. And lastly, we put service password encryption and banner MOTD. Same goes as the router 2. We put hostname R2, no IP domain lookup, enable secret class. After that, we put line console 0, password Cisco, login exit. And then we put line VTY04, password Cisco, login exit. And lastly, we put service password encryption and banner MOTD. For the next step, we configure basic setting for each switch. We put hostname for both of the switch. For the switch 1, we put hostname as 1. After that, we put no IP domain lookup, enable secret class, line console 0, password Cisco, login exit. And then we put line VTY015, password Cisco, login exit. And lastly, we put service password encryption and banner MOTD. Same goes as the hostname S2, switch 2. No IP domain lookup, enable secret class, line console 0. After that, we put password Cisco, login exit. And we put line VTY015, password Cisco, login exit. And lastly, we put service password encryption and banner MOTD.
Thank you, Safran, for your presentation about part one. So we will go for part two. That is configure and verify IPv4 and IPv6 addressing on router 1 and router 2. So step 1, we need to configure IP addresses for both routers by clicking IPv6 unicast routing for the two routers, that is for router 1 and router 2. So next, we need to input our IP address, and then IPv6 link local address for the both routers. So the IP address is for router one is 192.168.1.1, and then the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. And then for router 2 is the router 2 IP address is 192.168.1.2, and then the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. And the step 2 is we need to verify the addressing. Okay, so if we want to verify our addressing, we need to click the command show IP interface brief. So if we click the we need we if we type the command show IP interface brief, this will show with what interface we use, and then what IP address we just inserted, and then we can see the status. It's still up or down or not. So for IPv6 interface brief, we need to show lah. So we need to show IPv6 interface brief by typing the command. So the IPv6 interface brief will come up like this. And then for step 3, we need to save our configuration. So by if we need to save our configuration, we need to type the command copy running config and then startup config for the both R1 and R2.
Assalamualaikum, selamat sejahtera. My name is Muhammad Faris Afkan bin Muhammad Nazali. My matrix number is 1075. So today I'm going to continue Raman by presenting to you part 3, configure and verify static and default routing for IPv4 and router 1 and router 2. First of all, we're going to check the IP route. So we're going to use the command R1 show IP route, and then you're going to pop up all the information needed. And then we're going to check the IP route static by using the command show IP route static. And then it's going to give us the route static. Next, continue to part 4, configure and verify static and default routing for IPv6 and on router 1 and router 2. So, router 1 show IPv6 route. We're going to use the command show IPv6 route. And it's going to show us all the information, which like connected per user static route, ICS L1, ND default, or SPF intra, or SPF NSSA, and so
Yeah.
on. And then we're going to go to the router 2 and we use the command show IPv6 route. It's going to give all the command needed for us to verify and configure the default IP route. So that's all from us. Thank you for having me and all my group friends.